everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Barely Necessities. It's the chance for you to discover what's happening in the world of Disney merchandise. I'm the co-founder of Laughing Place, Rebecca Mosley, and Rebecca Burbank is with us as always. How are you doing, Becca?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hey, skywalking through Neverland. Hoping it's Sarah. Hi, long time no see. I know, I agree. Same. And let's see, Kyle got a Roosevelt ad before we launched. There you go. They know what we talk about over here. In fact, I think we have some Roosevelts to showcase today a little later. Geo popping in to say hi. Yeah, it is Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Let's see. Becca, you've got us starting off with some exciting Loungefly news.
Yes, Disney and Loungefly have launched an Daisy Duck collection celebrating her 85th anniversary. These items are available now at Loungefly and some other retailers. This is just a fun collection. I really like the colors that they decided to highlight. I mean, we've seen Daisy, like with Minnie, we've seen Daisy in several different styles, but this just feels really perfect for spring and summer, and there's a cheerfulness with it that I usually associate with Daisy.
Agreed. It is the cutest thing. I like this one. That's the Gal Pals. The way the color block is, it feels a little 90s to me, or maybe maybe like late 80s. It has that feel. Interesting design with the ability to put that cross strap, a singular strap on the backpack. So there's like a little kind of multi purpose dynamic for that. You mentioned the colors. I think particularly they pop with the t-shirt design. So
yeah, absolutely. And it just says Daisy in big letters, which is super fun.
But I think this is my favorite item of the collection. You got the embroidered daisies for our Miss Duck, and along with some simple embroidered outlines, and then a few kind of colored in I'm not sure if it's embroidered or an applique there with the bow. So, but I like the variety. So yeah, beautiful collection. Daisy Duck 85. Yeah, no, I didn't realize that she had been around quite that long. So I was like, oh, there you go.
Well, I mean, if Mickey and Minnie are well into their 90s now,
Right?
Like, oh my goodness, yeah, it makes sense that Daisy is hitting that milestone anniversary as well.
Let's see. Over from the team at Mattel, we got some dolls.
Yeah, so the Snow White movie is coming out in just a couple weeks, and in honor of that, Mattel has released a new Barbie or new doll, I guess, collectible doll for Snow White and for the Evil Queen. These are based off of the live action movie that like we said is coming out. I like the details on this. I really like the colors. Snow White's never been my favorite princess, but I think this is a pretty interesting realization of the doll, and I'm digging the big sleeves on both of their outfits.
Right? And these are rather similar to the actresses who are portraying. Yeah, this is you can see Gal Gadot in or Gadot in the Evil Queen. You can see Rachel Zegler in Snow White.
Yes, absolutely. And it's interesting. Go ahead.
No, you go first.
No, just the hairstyle too, like how they're doing that. Because as an animated character, I don't think anything of how Snow's hair looks, but then having a real person with that Snow White hair, it's like, okay, I can understand why they're going to style it a tiny bit different from the animated version.
And I'm intrigued by this locket, which previously was the imagery that would have been on the Evil Queen's box where she wanted her heart. So I'm intrigued with kind of how they're going to adapt that element of the story, because it seems like it's serving a little bit different purpose in this retelling. So yeah, we'll have to wait until it hits theaters, as I'm doing my best to avoid spoilers, which seems silly given how old the story is. But I know that they're trying to really offer a different take. So I want to go in as fresh as I can. DCA Food and Wine Festival. What we got?
Yeah, we saw a sneak peek of the collection last week, and now we have actual photos because the
Ooh.
festival has kicked off. I think Friday of last week. Um, I I not well, if I was in California, I would not be purchasing any of these, but I do like the colors that they've picked for this year. And I especially like the button-down shirt with all of the little like
Mm-hmm.
shapes or the rectangles, I don't know.
I agree. The way that they've brought to life the various food items you're going to be trying, along with the attraction silhouettes, and then you got a little bit of kind of just culinary tools, I'll say, all mixed up together. Yeah, see, Sarah also appreciates the colors that they've
Color
gone
story,
with.
yes.
Pretty soon, I feel like my entire wardrobe is going to be this shade of blue.
I know.
Much like I had to stop buying mugs because they kept being that shade of blue. I feel like I'm getting to that point with my wardrobe because whenever I see a shirt I particularly like right now from Disney, it seems to be this blue.
Mhm.
So
No, it's a good blue.
it's a wonderful blue, but yeah, no, only so much. Um, I like Chef Mickey
I do too.
on the Food and Wine, and I love the colors the way they pop here. Interesting to me that we're moving away from embroidery, leaning into some dimensional print
Mhm.
looks. I'm be curious to hear from our team a little bit more about this. Is that it looks like a kind of a rubber
Yeah, it does.
element to it. So I'll have to bug Mike. I know he's going to be back at Food and Wine and be like, okay, what tactily? Tell me what we're looking at there. The mouse ears feature a chef's hat along with
Mhm.
the array of veggies, and they've worked. What do you think this is? I want to know.
Behind the strawberry
Behind
with the and the
behind the
cheese?
cheese, off to the side of the yeah, I guess it's behind the strawberry. What is that? See, I can't.
Hmm.
I how about those of you in the chat? Anybody got any guesses? Because I can easily identify all the other things, right? Grapes, strawberries, croissant, an orange, cheese. What are we looking at here? Yeah, I'll try and zoom in some more. But
Yeah, that's a good question. I should know. I've spent plenty of time around food.
right? I'm looking at it. See, Doobie thinks it's a cookie. I had that thought.
It could be a cookie.
Yeah. There you go. See, we're flustered by the thing because it's so silly that it seriously it caught my eye and I was like, wait, everything else I know I can identify, but I can't identify that. Oh, Jeannie says it's a tomato. What do you
Okay.
think?
It could
I
be
could I can go with that. I can go with tomato. Oh well. Hey, if you're watching later, drop in the comments what you think it is because I need everybody to help me. We need to
figure it
group
out.
work together, figure this out. Kyle thinks it is a Mickey ear pepperoni.
Okay.
So I'm going to crowdsource the answer to this question. Uh, let's see. We've also got a new pin. Hey, this one's hinged.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. I like that. I like that you get the little sneak peek there with the ears on the top and the chef hat, and then you open it, and there's Mickey serving up a delicious plate of food.
I'd like to point out the odd item is not in this plate.
Yeah,
Here we only have the 4 items. So,
maybe he's holding it behind his
ooh,
back. He's got it in his hand.
maybe. Over here, Mickey mixing up some batter. So this would support Doobie's
There
cookie
you
idea.
go.
This is him.
Yeah.
He's preparing the batter. This is the item that they have for the Magic Key Disneyland Resort guests. And finally, what is this?
Yeah, they're calling this the perfect bite, right? I think the perfect bite, Chip and Dale. And so it looks to me like one of those little like an appetizer size thing that you would get being passed around on one of those trays at some type of fancy party.
Yep.
And it's just bite size enough. Now, obviously, the munchlings are not edible and they're not bite size. They're much larger than that, but it gives you the idea.
And it's Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dale's kind of hiding up there in the shadows. But yeah, Chip and Dale. Oh, by the way, Skywalking Through Neverland. Sarah says she's not impressed. This magic key stuff not grabbing her.
I mean, I like the raglan style shirt, but I can see where I wouldn't feel like I'm missing out on that shirt. Some of the stuff that they've had at Epcot recently for the like the Festival of the Arts, it's like, oh, I wish I was a pass holder for that specific shirt. Yeah. So I can agree, Sarah.
I prefer it when it's like a more subdued, like when it's just on the sleeve, kind of dynamic rather than so bold.
Except last week with that Her Universe jacket and the large mini on the back, you were like, give me that.
All in. It's mini. I'm all in on the big mini on the back. Yes, the boosh is amused. Yes. Moving into the world of the inedible, Lego.
Yeah, so we had heard previously that there was going to be Lego Bluey sets available this year, and it looks like they were revealed at Toy Fair 2025. These are super fun. If you have seen the show, then of course you're going to want all of them.
They're so cute.
There's the family's house, and then you've got a playground, and it's just, I don't know. This is super fun. So it's Blue. It was Bluey and her friend Chloe, and then here's the family on a beach trip, complete with a surfboard and their classic vehicle. The facial expressions are a little weird to me.
I'm not familiar with Bluey, so I have to educate me.
Well, it's an interesting shape for a Lego figure to have that Bluey dog head.
Okay.
And so it just looks a tad bit off to me, but I don't know what I would do differently.
Right.
It's still very obvious that this is Bluey. And it it's close enough to the character. Sometimes Lego, I think, has to make things a little bit different to fit the aesthetic of their toy, and so they're trying to kind of combine the two here.
Yeah, so. I am not often jealous of where our team members are reporting from, because I remember how much effort goes into reporting, and so I'm like, yeah, I'll take the trade-off of not being there, and you can do it. But seeing the pictures from Toy Fair, I was like, okay, that is fun. Getting a first peek at the Squishmallows that are coming, and the new some Toy Story celebratory items, and lots of fun stuff coming from Toy Fair. I know Alex and the team are working on all of that on the site, so there'll be a link below with a lot of those Toy Fair reveals and announcements. Let's see, we're jumping over to Disney Springs because team was wandering around the Springs. It's Women's History Month, and so they've got a few things going on over there. I'm sure we were trying to get pictures of, and in the process we saw
merchandise for Drawn to Life. This is a show I have yet to see.
So
did
good.
You like it? Is it?
Bring tissues. So good.
Yeah. I've seen some Cirque du Soleil in the past, but never at Disney Springs. Not even when it was downtown Disney. So not even La Nuba. I lived there for 4 years. I never saw La Nuba.
I enjoyed La Nuba, but I like this more.
Okay, that's good to know. I feel like this is more interesting. I'm more drawn to this than I would have been to La Nuba.
Yeah, it's a father-daughter story. They're connected through the love of art. It focuses on drawing and embracing your creativity. So you've got a nod to one of the characters within that story, Miss Hesitation, because you've got that nagging concern in the back of your head whenever you embark on creativity, and so overcoming that. We've got some items with the event logo. I love this.
Me too. That's my favorite thing of everything that we have here. I'm like, that would be the one that I would get.
This feels like a Becca
Yeah.
hood. When I saw it, I thought of you. The color, the stripes. You've got a wand with a pencil dude whose name I should know beyond pencil dude, but that's what I'm going to call him right now. Water bottle with the event logo, a few little characters if you want to take home collectible figures and kind of remember what you saw on stage. Yeah, a nice variety, a change from what they were before. Before it was very bright colors, almost. I don't want to say rainbow because it wasn't. It didn't feel rainbow. But it was very broad, bright color palette, kind of reflecting a Crayola box, I guess.
Yes.
And I like that this one they have the athleticism displayed. So yeah, no, a great show. Oh, a show program, hardcover.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Makes it. I mean, they're always keepsakes, but there's something extra special about that with the hardcover.
And given so much of Mary Blair's art and other legendary animators and artists who have work represented within the Cirque du Soleil show here with Drawn to Life, definitely can imagine that would be a beautiful keepsake. Let your imagination soar. That's kind of the overall overriding theme throughout it. And I don't remember this element in the story.
Yeah, they call it. It says we have it labeled as a pre-show pillow. So
yeah, I don't remember, but then again, I didn't pay attention during the pre-show. So yeah. So there you go. But it's cute and I like it. But it didn't remind me of any moment in the show. Continuing with Walt Disney World collectibles, a new Tinkerbell collection has appeared.
Yes, and this is also available, or many of these items are available at Disney Store as well. So never fear if you can't get to the parks, you can definitely get this Tinkerbell collection. It's interesting to see the how light the green looks right there, and then to see the photos that they have online. I think it's still probably just a very, very pretty, bright green, very Tinkerbell green, as they say.
Here, I'll pull it up from the Disney.
Yeah. So it looks completely, one looks yellow, one looks more green, but either way, I like it. I like the little glitter element too on the words. And
you may have noticed that the Disney Store site has Tinkerbell on the back. And then at the parks, it has that signature D along with the Walt Disney World or Disneyland, respectively. Similarly, with the tumblers, you have a little bit of that pixie dust sparkle.
Yes,
it really picks up a variety. You can see that within the dynamic right here. It's not just kind of a shimmering green. You actually get lots of nice little pops of the spectrum there. And then I find this an interesting dynamic that they're doing with the sequins, where it's not densely covering the entire ear. They're kind of a little bit of juxtaposition of the velour texture along with that sparkle.
And I think I like it. At least I don't know that I would want it all the time, but I do like it for this.
And I will tell you, my friends who wear ears do not like when the sequins go down the ear part. They find that it rubs against the back of their ears. And so they'll end up wrapping a ribbon or something. And it looks like these, we've got that sparkle up top, but along the ears, you're going to have a nice velour, which would be much more comfortable. So Sarah saying there's another super cute sweatshirt with Tink popping out of the heat. Oh, that sounds wonderful. And then we've got this sequined backpack. And again, we've got a little bit of a different dynamic going on that I haven't seen before.
Yeah, where it's almost like an inverse of the sequence to create like these mini heads, or Mickey heads more likely. I think it's interesting.
I'd love to see this in person.
Yeah.
I like the concept. I love that they're playing with the sequins a little bit, giving it a bit of a different, but it almost feels like when I'm looking at it, it almost feels like alligator bag or you know, it has almost yeah, like I say, almost a reptile skin look to it, which is kind of wild when I was taking a peek. But yeah, so the Tinkerbell collection. Be sure to check it out online. Oh, Kobe for Life coming in and going $100. Okay, there you go. I have not looked at the price myself. Here, let's check it out. Let's scroll down and we'll look and we'll see how much is the Tinkerbell Loungefly.
Yeah.
Disney store, $100. There you go, right there. Plain on the back. Got that bright sparkle. They let you know the interior looks like that with the Mickey heads. So there you go. Wow. I had not looked at a Loungefly in price tag in recent weeks, and
they still some are still like $75 or $80. I think it depends on what characters are being featured, what elements are part of the backpack itself. Because some of the Disney bags I think are going to be $100, and then they're you know, that, I mean, not that it's much less price wise, but it'll be that $89 instead of the 100 or whatever. And so it just depends.
And jumping over into another popular IP, we've got Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah, so
theaters.
Yeah, I think on July 2nd is when the film's supposed to come. I finally saw the trailer for this. It looks so intense, and I think I want to see it.
Apparently, $100. It's more than Sarah's going to pull out for the Loungefly. So yeah, I understand. I understand that. Let's see, Jurassic World toys. They look a lot of fun. I like that there's a dynamic nature to these masks. They're not static.
Yeah, and these are definitely toys for kids. I mean, adults of course can enjoy these too, but this is designed for child play, like with these masks that open so you can run around and be whatever dinosaur. I know that's a very generic term. All of these dinosaurs have their own names, and
my son knows all of them.
Yes, exactly.
but there you go.
That's a cool dinosaur. That's not a dinosaur. That is a insert dinosaur name.
Exactly. Yep. Oh, this little guy's cute. He hops around.
Yeah.
So, like I say, what I really appreciate about this collection that's coming is there's a dynamic nature to it, which when you want to play with your dinosaurs, you want them to, you know, jaws to open so you can gobble up on things, or you know, in this case, launch nets to catch your dinosaur. Even Uno.
Yeah, even Uno. And this is gonna probably spit the cards at you, right? Because it's the Uno attack. So I don't think I've played Uno attack, but from what I could tell, it seems like if you don't get the cards, or if you're unlucky enough to be the person who has to draw at a certain point, it's gonna spit it at you.
You got it. But the ridiculous and delightful is my favorite that I left for the end, and I think it's the Spinosaurus. And this one is a sprinting Spinosaurus, so it actually rolls, it moves, and the way they set it up, the legs will move and it'll travel. So I mean, so fun to me that even though it's a two-legged critter, right? They've concocted this design that will allow you to have your dino maneuver across the floor on his two legs.
So. I think that's fantastic. Yeah, and this toy measures 9 inches tall, so it's a pretty sizable figure.
I know this would have been popular with my now teenager when he was more in this age target. Wait, is Kyle calling the Spinosaur a rescue puppy?
I think so. I mean, it kind of looks like a rescue puppy. Yeah, more so than the spin attack or the Uno attack. Yeah.
The Uno attack. Yeah, no, that one did not look like a rescue. That was okay. This reminds me of a game I had when I was younger. It was based on Jaws.
Oh.
And you would attach the jaw of the jaws with a rubber band.
Okay.
And you would have all these like things that he had garbled from the bottom of the ocean in his lower jaw. So a boot, a suitcase, these kinds of things. And then you had this long hook, and you would slowly lift things out of his jaw.
His jaw.
And then at some point, enough of them would have been removed, right? That it would boom, close up on you as you're lifting,
fishing.
right? Yeah, no. So it's like, and you would be eaten by Jaws.
Oh no.
Also, as luck would have it, Jaws was just the right size that Barbie would fit very delightfully in Jaws. So much time of my Barbie was spent residing within the belly of the Jaws. But
oh my,
that's there you go. But that's what this looks like. I like how people come in and are you freezing? I am so sorry, Henry. Oh, that's a bummer. Don't I don't know what to tell you, because I've never been somewhere where we have regular winter. I have only been in warm states my life.
Yeah, maybe Henry should take a trip to Disney, right? That's gonna be warmer than freezing Yonkers.
Here you go. Or think about Tatooine. It's a desert planet. It has 2 suns, so therefore it'll be nice and warm.
Yes. And sandy. Lots of sand.
Speaking of Tatooine, Hasbro has revealed a big bulk of Star Wars. It's their semi-regular event. Becca, what kinds of things did we learn about?
Yeah, this is quite incredible. We have some Andor items. We have some classic characters as well from Revenge of the Sith, considering this is an anniversary for that film, and then some of the A New Hope. I believe we are on a HasLab is doing a Maz Eisley Cantina playset, and so they're revealing some of the new pipeline figures and some standalone figures as well. So yeah, you can recreate that Cantina fight. There's a couple of great photos, including this poor guy losing his arm.
I thought I grabbed a picture of him losing his arm. Oh man!
What is his name?
Ponda. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, we have some Imperial commanders. If I see that picture as we're scrolling through, I'll be sure to share it. Let's see. I know we also had some Marvel stuff I jumped over. We'll go back to it.
That's fine.
Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
With this very intimidating helmet.
Yes. Yeah. I forget what the name of the there's too many different names for their looks, but the Dark Trooper armor. That's what it is.
Trooper armor for Moff Gideon. We've got some. I want to say it's a Praetorian Guard, but let's see. No, yeah. It is the Imperial Praetorian Guard from Mandalorian. So I was right. I just had to get the more focused of it being from Mandalorian. Wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It is, and comes with a couple of accessories that are, highly posable here. For great.
These are
great.
Always so incredible. Whenever we're sharing stuff like this, like Cassian Andor, dressed as a test pilot. I mean, look at that. It's like it's like a sculpture.
I know. And this is not even your high-end like collectible pieces. These are $25 price range, but these are the standard Hasbro, or I shouldn't say standard, but this is a very like easily available to all fans. Those 6-inch action figures. So
look at the variety of poses. So this is how he's packaged, and then he can be, on guard, or he can be in action, wandering. Got a nice little cape there to pose. We have Count Dooku with this amazing saber. You can have just the simplistic blade. You can have this dynamic where it's like as if in motion.
Yeah.
And you can even take it. I think this one you can even take it off. I've seen several others where the blade will even come off, so you just have the character with the hilt, like Kit Fisto.
There we go. Yeah.
You see it with just the hilt. R2D2, man, he's all decked out for this Revenge of the Sith Black
I
series.
know. This is so great. I think this is cool. This is my
all
favorite.
all these little tools that he has available to him, along with his little thrusters.
Yep.
That I'm still not sure how I feel about, but they're cute. And then of course we have a clone trooper helmet. You may not realize it from that, but this is something you can put on your own head.
Yep.
And it has this like net kind of design inside. So when you put it on your head, there's this little knob here in the back that you can easily twist to make it fit your head.
Kind of like a bicycle helmet.
11 R2 tools. Yes, it is nice to have R2 all decked out for an adventure. Oh, there it is. I found it. Ta-da. There
I know. I love that they just totally commit to it with the photography here to show you all the potential of the vintage collection. Vintage collection's a smaller action figure. It's going to be more that 3 3/4 inch size, but even these are impressively detailed. Hasbro also has their retro collection, which same size figures, but it's much more that like very simplistic body, very little articulation. So it's kind of neat to see that there's a variety of collectible figures from Star Wars, so you can go with the style that most appeals to you.
And from that world of yeah, I agree, Gio. I like how he's staring longingly at his chopped off art.
It's like, I wish it were a part of me.
And also Hasbro, from Hasbro, some Doctor Doom items.
Yeah, there's a Doctor Doom helmet or mask. Premium roleplay helmet is what they're calling it. It's going to be $100. This is going to be available for pre-order starting on, I guess today's Tuesday, so starting on Thursday at HasbroPulse.com. But yeah, if you're a fan of Doctor Doom from the Fantastic Four, just from Marvel characters, yeah, quite an impressive looking and menacing helmet for all your role play dreams. I'm sure that this will be something a lot of fans will be acquiring for various cosplay plans this summer.
And I mean, for $100, that's accessible. And for some, it will be so for some, it will be cheap. For others, it will be something you save up for.
Yes,
but that's not. But that's not a completely non-negotiable dynamic. Just will it be worth it to you?
I'm also kind of getting a Death Eater vibe from this.
Yeah.
But Doctor Doom came first. Doctor Doom was here before the Death Eaters. But yeah, I could see nobody has to know. Yep.
I'm hesitant to say. I will. The Doctor Doom is $100. Do we have a price yet on the Clone Trooper? I think that was a pre-release, so I don't know that we have a price for that one for you, Henry.
It's probably very similar. Yeah. Let me see if I can find it, but it's gonna be very similar.
Yeah. So around that $100. So yeah, I know. Yeah, depends on your dynamics. So we shall move on to Roosevelt's while Becca's looking up the see if she sees any pricing on that clone helmet yet.
Yep, I did get to it. That's also $100.
Okay,
and
so
it's
there you go, $100.
An electric helmet, so it's going to have that some of that effects built into that as well.
Oh, so you've got a little bit of audio as well with that. Fantastic. Roosevelt's has some new Star Wars items.
Yeah, this is their Power the Force collection. It just launched a couple hours ago, and a lot of emphasis on droids and our favorite tech, lightsabers.
Yay! Isn't this a droid collection?
Yeah, isn't that really cool? I was trying to think of all the different droids that I know, and I don't know very many. And I was like, okay, well, I think it's safe to say we've got an IG unit, we've got a BD unit, we've got an R2 unit, and a BD, and BB, right? There's some battle droids.
I was gonna say, I even see Imperial. Oh, they listen in on you. probe droids.
Probe droids, yes.
The
Okay.
Imperial probe droid. So yeah,
I can hear
and across the
sounds.
spectrum too, right? And across the spectrum, old school, new school. Nice. Okay.
Dark side, light side, if you will.
Oh, and now we've got like tech drawings for the lightsaber, various hilts. I'm sure my more passionate Star Wars fans, like maybe Sarah, is knowledgeable on hilts. I suspect Mike Celestino, who writes about Star Wars for Laughing Place, would be able to identify various owners of the hilts that are on display. I am not well versed in what people's hilts look like when it comes to Star Wars.
Yeah, no, I can maybe pick out a few, but not really well.
No.
Still though, I think this is a cool t-shirt with all the little schematics of
I really like this hilt.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it like the Obi-Wan? Well, I shouldn't say. It kind of reminds me of Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I'm not even.
You get intimidated to say, me too, because I know somebody out there like knows at the drop of a hat. Because my first thought was, not Obi-Wan. So there you go. So now I'm cheating. I'm trying to look up. Oh, see, there you go. Sarah says she sees Skywalker. She sees Vader. But yeah, not knowledgeable either. Yeah, I don't pay as much attention to that as I should. So okay. Moving on within the collection, we have some more droid. This is Chopper. Chopper.
Yeah.
More Chopper.
Gotta love that. And then there's also some all-day polo shirts as well.
Check it out. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's do that. There's a little kitty. Check it out.
Yeah, the Loth cat. Yeah, this shirt design is called Chop and Loth, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I've heard some people say Loth.
Okay, probably.
Oh, we've got kyber crystals in varying colors on this one. We've got red, we've got blue, we've got green.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Pretty neat. Saber schematics. And then these are the all-day polos, and they are inspired by BB-8, as you can see right there. We also have a C-3PO and an R2-D2 design.
Look, our C-3PO, you've got his legs and stuff.
I know.
Like, poor guy.
Yep.
So, and we've got a battle droid head too.
Well, yeah, that makes sense because that's part of his story for a brief moment.
That is fun. I love that they threw that in. Okay, that's a little fan nod there. So what am I looking at with this one, Becca?
This is called R2 Army, and it's just R2-D2, right? And we really like the different color buttons. That's a fun detail.
Oh yes. Okay, so we've got the little signature red there for R2, and it's mostly R2 in this like blue on blue, but then you've got the lighter blue R2 silhouettes in there too. Oh, that's nice, because when you first look at it, it doesn't just jump out and say, hey, it's
right. I think that's what I like most about that.
I like that. Yep. It reminds me of the one they did with the little green men that then had like a Buzz Lightyear, like
popping in.
Yeah, I agree. So far, R2 is knocking it out of the park. That is beautiful.
Yeah, he wins the day.
And then if you're a golf fan, Roosevelt has ball markers. And with this design collection, they've now dropped a few droids. So you can mark off where your golf ball is. Speaking of which, I'm missing the TGL right now. So I have to catch up on it once I'm done here. So we have BB-8, we have C-3PO, and R2-D2. And I'm sorry, this is adorable.
Yeah, no, R2 wins the day. So
right? Yeah, no, he's way too cute. Let's see. Skywalking. Sarah saying, I think it's Luke's second lightsaber.
Okay, and so not Obi-Wan.
And then it's blown out so that you can see. And Vader's has a red kyber. Oh, okay, so it's like Vader's, but it has the red kyber. Gotcha. Cool. See, we're learning a little bit more lore from that world of Star Wars. As always, I want to suggest that you follow Laughing Place on socials if you enjoy keeping abreast of Disney merchandise, because like today, our team out at Disney Springs noticed that Disney's Snow White Just One Bite brew has hit shelves. It's a spiced crisp apple blend. Over at Epcot, we stumbled on a Figment hat.
I know, that's pretty fun.
Isn't that cute? We got some photos of the new Starbucks Cinderella 75th birthday tumbler. Beautiful. So yeah, and we're currently at 90s night at Disneyland, and so I'm sure pretty soon you're going to start seeing merchandise pop up from that event as well. Hi, Eden. And now, Becca, that gives us over to the shopping list.
Yeah. So we're going to start our shopping list with just a reminder, Toy Fair. So we have a live blog. Alex was taking lots of photos and tweeting from Toy Fair, so you can catch up on everything that happened at that event, see the new items that are available. And then we also have stories on Laughing Place as well. Over at Disney Store, there's a collection of Aristocat plush. They're available separately, so all 3 kittens. And there's also a Lucifer plush. So these are some of the international arrivals. So from Disney Store Japan, I believe, but then I think there was some stuff from Disney Store China as well. Pretty cool. If you're looking for some fun ways to style your hair, there's new hair accessories available at the Disney parks, especially in those snap clips. Ladies of a certain age, you know what I'm talking about. Super, super fun. And then we also spotted a Proud Family collection at the Disney parks as well, with mostly Penny Proud. But yeah, if you're a fan of the show, you might want to bring some of that into your wardrobe. Disney Store also has another Loungefly accessory. It is a molded Mickey Mouse bag. This one is purple. Earlier this year, they released one that was black. So the purple one is very pretty. And then Alex wrote about some of the new Mickey Mouse Clubhouse toys that are coming later this summer. So these are full play sets, lots of fun for that kid who needs and wants to recreate what they've seen on TV right at home. And then Disney Parks also has their spa collection, and now there's artisan soaps. So some fun there, fun way to relax, bring the magic of Disney home to you. And then we also have the Hot Toys Red Hulk figurine. This is a pre-order for an interesting, fun collectible. And then same thing with the Sideshow Loki figurine. And then switching over to the other parks, the Universal parks, there's a new Butterbeer merchandise collection, and then some interactive wands that have arrived at Universal Orlando. So fun stuff there.
Over with the 90s night, as I mentioned a moment ago, Mike is sharing, oops, sorry, wrong button. Mike is sharing a couple of images already. He's checking in, and they got a comp fanny pack.
Uh-huh.
So there you go. So that is what Mike received at check-in. And he also says that there is a, let's see, it says, come on, kids, and join your Disney Afternoon Pals for a fun-filled adventure. I guess you go and collect stamps based upon your friends from the Disney Afternoon. So that's, this is upside down, but so we'll flip it around. But yeah, nice.
That is very cool.
Follow on socials, laughing_place, and stay up to date on all the fun we're having in the Disney universe. There is no Disney Trivia Live tonight, but we will be back tomorrow morning with whatever's been happening in the world of Disney. We'll start your day off right, keeping you up to date on all Disney fun things. And Becca and I will be back and see you next week. So
yeah,
bye for now.